Hello everyone, welcome to all. In this session we will discuss about cast iron under instrument mechanism. So as we have discussed earlier, there are two types of metals. One is the ferrous metal and the another one is the non-ferrous metals. Ferrous metals which contains iron properties, iron and its properties. So one of them is cast iron. So what happens? Cast iron is a type of iron which have certain carbon contents in it and very good strength, which have good compressive properties but a poor tensile properties. Generally, cast iron is used in manufacturing the frame or structures of machines, non-movable parts. So let us discuss it one by one. Now, there are various types of cast irons. Generally, it is a type of iron having certain mixture of elements, generally of carbon elements. So from where we get the cast iron? Generally we get the cast iron from the iron ores which we melt in furnace. Different types of furnace are there. So there we melt the iron ore and add some impurities, some flux. So on melting, the impurities contained in the iron ore gets mixed with the flux and forms a slag at the upper level, and after removing the impurities we obtain a material that is called pig iron. So what is pig iron? It is a wrought iron which is mostly the iron but also having various amount of gases and impurities contained in it. Due to its color like that of pig, generally we called it pig iron. As per the quantity of carbon content in the iron, we can define cast iron such as pig iron, wrought iron. We can also describe as white iron, grey iron, and one of them is ductile iron and malleable iron. So different types of irons are available according to the impurities contained in it. So what is pig iron? It have wrought iron which have various types of gases in it and various impurities. When we remove the impurities by certain methods, or then we will get grey iron. So due to the color of the iron will change because most of the impurities removed from the iron, but still it have some carbon content in it. Due to it seems like grey in color. That's why we called it a grey iron. After a certain treatment, we can also get another type of iron that is called white iron due to its surface properties. Generally when we cool or heat the metal, or especially the iron, its properties gets changed, what we called it heat treatment. So depending on the heat treatment of the iron, we will get different types of metals such as grey iron, white iron. There are also one of time is ductile iron and malleable iron. And due to heat treatment, the properties of all such types of irons changes. Heat treatment generally we discuss in three types. One is the ferrite, the another one is pearlite, and the another one is martensite. So if we have to increase the ductility in iron, then the structure should be ferrite. If the iron should have a malleable properties, as we have already discussed about the properties, so the we should provide the heat treatment as per the Pierre-Light form. So this is the way. Now in this way we will get white iron, grey iron, ductile iron and malleable iron. And in the starting there is pig iron, or we can say wrought iron. Now iron have some limitations also. It have good we can say iron have good compressive strength, but it have not good in tensile strength. So we can add some impurities to change the properties of iron. As the pig iron or wrought iron is very soft in nature, or it has very good magnetic fields, but we can change the cast iron as per our requirement, as we can convert the iron metal for ductility. To add the ductility properties, we can add certain materials or impurities. We can also add malleability properties. We can also add some impurities to increase the machinability, to increase the strength, to increase the toughness, as well as we can also improve the hardness of the iron. So there are lots of properties we can change or we can add by adding some impurities. We will discuss that what materials, what elements or we can add to improve the impurities. In short, we can say mostly it is carbon, sulfur, manganese, phosphorus, nickel. So by adding such type of elements, we can change the properties of iron. Okay. Generally we use iron because of its good strength, actually it good compressive strength, but it has also some limitations, such as iron is prone to rusting. Generally iron started to rust when we place it in atmospheric conditions. The second, we have already discussed, the cast iron have poor tensile strength. We can improve it, but as up to certain limit. The next one is, it is section sensitive. Generally I have already discussed that in heat treatment, when we melt the iron, then what is the procedure of cooling? It will define the structure or properties of cast iron. Some parts of the structures cool rapidly and some parts of the structures cool very slowly. It means the properties of both the section will be different. It means they are more sensitive the failure of the object. So we have to take consideration of it also. And the next one is machinability. The cast iron has very poor machinability, so we can improve it by adding some impurities. It have also very poor impact resistant. Impact, if we provide certain impact, that cast iron doesn't able to resist properly. And the next one is, cast iron generally failure due to there is a certain sudden failure in cast iron. So these are also the disadvantages, and we can overcome such disadvantages of cast iron by adding certain impurities such as carbon, silicon, phosphorus, manganese and nickel. There are also copper, we can also add copper, magnesium. These are the elements we will discuss in the next session. So that's for all in this session.